As many of you know, I am always on the search for the perfect Wi-Fi security camera. As part of that search, over the last several months, I've done a few reviews on some Reolink Wi-Fi cameras. I did the Reolink Altas PT Ultra, the Reolink Argus 4 Pro, and the Reolink Trackmix WiFi. After doing those 3 reviews, I've had several of you ask for a direct comparison video talking about those 3 cameras. You asked, I listened, here we go. What up everybody, George Langaby here. Like I said, today we are doing a direct comparison of 3 of Reolink's Wi-Fi cameras. We have the Reolink Altas PT Ultra, the Reolink Argus 4 Pro, and the Reolink Trackmix Wi-Fi. I'm going to talk price and specs of each one, pros and cons of each one, and then at the end I'm going to summarize my final thoughts and talk about which one might be right for you. Now look in the description of this video if you're interested in purchasing any of the 3. I'll have affiliate links. I'll also have some discount codes because at the time of this recording, we are approaching Black Friday and Reolink's going to have some awesome Black Friday deals. So check that out. Well, let's start with the Reolink Altas PT Ultra. All right, price for the Altas PT Ultra. It is $169.99 by itself or $184.99 with the solar panel, and that is regular price. Again, check in the description for any discount codes. This camera has 4K resolution, continuous recording, Reolink's awesome ColorX night vision, pan tilt with auto tracking, AI detection, which is people, vehicles, and pets up to 33 feet. It is a battery camera, but it is solar panel ready. And like I said, you can purchase it with the solar panel. 2-way audio, up to 512 gigs of local storage, and that's free storage, by the way. And we also have an IP65 weather rating. Now, let's talk about the pros for the Altas PT Ultra. We've got that superb 4K resolution, the 360-degree pan tilt capability, that excellent ColorX color night vision, and it's awesome that we have up to 512 gigs of local storage because local storage means free storage. Now let's talk about the cons of the Altas PT Ultra. If you watched my review video, you know the con that I mentioned in that video is this is not my favorite design from Reolink. Great features, everything is fantastic about it except for the design, in my opinion. But that's just a personal preference. Now this is going to be a common theme with all 3, but keep in mind, as a security guy, I'm always going to recommend getting a wired NVR system, and these are Wi-Fi cameras, so a con is always going to be that you have to rely on strong Wi-Fi wherever you put the camera. Okay, moving on to the Reolink Argus 4 Pro. The Argus 4 Pro is currently $159.99, normally $219.99, so again, check in the description for the affiliate links to see what the current cost is. Once again, we have 4K resolution. Now this camera is a little different because we have a 180-degree field of view with dual lenses. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I don't like 180 cameras necessarily because you usually get a fisheye effect. Now, when you got the dual lenses, it solves that problem. So I love that the camera has it. And once again, this is a battery camera that is solar panel ready. And also, once again, we have up to 512 gigs of local storage. And that is a micro SD card. This camera also has the ColorX True Color Night Vision, which is fantastic. And then the Argus 4 Pro also has a spotlight option for night vision. You've got 2-way audio, an IP65 weather rating, and AI detection again, people, vehicles, and animals, and that's up to 33 feet. All right, talking pros of the Argus 4 Pro. First up, we got 4K resolution. What more can you ask for? And then a pro is the 180-degree field of view, giving you more bang for your buck. With those dual lenses, you get rid of the fisheye effect, and so that makes this a pro. As far as Wi-Fi cameras go, you can't ask for anything better as far as night vision goes than their ColorX. And again, this camera has it. Once again, I love that it has local storage, and again, local storage is free storage. Moving on to the cons. Now in this particular model, it is not a pan tilt camera, so that means you can't spin it and do the 360 tracking, so that is a con for this one. Now, even though we get rid of the fisheye effect, you do have an odd aspect ratio with the 180-degree cameras with the dual lenses, so it takes some getting used to. Now, me personally, I just prefer a normal camera because of that aspect ratio, so for me, this is a con. And I told you, it's going to be a common theme. This is a Wi-Fi camera, so it relies on strong Wi-Fi, so keep that in mind wherever you put it. But if that Wi-Fi is not reliable, then it's definitely a con. All right, last up, we got the Reolink Trackmix WiFi. When it comes to the Trackmix WiFi, you've got two different versions. You have a battery version, which is solar panel ready also, and then you have a wired version where you're actually plugging it into an outlet. So when I say battery, I'm talking about the solar panel ready one. When I say wired, I'm talking about the one that you plug in. Price. The battery model is currently $180.39, normally $219.99. So again, check in the description of this video for the current price. The wired version is currently $135.99, normally $169.99. The battery model is 2K resolution. The wired model is 4K resolution. Both models have local storage. With the battery version, you have 128 gigs of local storage, which is a micro SD card. And with the wired version, you have 256 gigs. Both have the pan tilt 360-degree coverage. Both have dual lenses, just like the Argus 4 Pro. You've got a wide angle lens and then a telephoto lens, which gives you 6 times hybrid zoom. You do have color night vision using spotlights with these two different versions, but you don't have the ColorX night vision. You also have up to 100 feet of IR night vision, which is black and white. So these two Trackmix models are missing the ColorX night vision. You've got two-way audio and an IP65 weather rating. Now with that telephoto lens, you have auto zoom tracking, and the detection on these two versions is people, vehicles, and animals, just like the other two cameras we talked about. Now the wired version has continuous recording, just like the Altas PT Ultra, the first camera I talked about. What does continuous recording mean? It means it records everything, whereas the other cameras are just detection events, which is people, vehicles, and animals. So that means it's only recording and saving when you have those types of events. The wired version is compatible with Reolink's NVRs. The battery model is not. All right, let's talk pros for the Trackmix Wi-Fi. For the wired version, again, we've got 4K resolution. You can't ask for anything more, so that's a pro. You've got 360 pan tilt, gives you full coverage, definite pro. The dual lenses, having the wide angle with one and the 6 times hybrid zoom telephoto with the other, that's definitely a pro. Going back to the continuous recording on the wired model, that is a definite pro. When you're relying on detection events like people, vehicles, and animals, sometimes you can miss stuff. So continuous recording is always an advantage. All right, let's talk cons for the Trackmix Wi-Fi. When you're talking the battery model, it's the only camera mentioned here that's 2K resolution and not 4K. So for that particular version, that's a con. Local storage is a small con with the Trackmix models, and that's both versions. At 128 gigs for the battery model, 256 gigs for the wired model. Neither one have as much local storage as the first two cameras, which were both 512 gigs, so that's a con. The ColorX night vision is so advanced and such an awesome feature for Reolink's new Wi-Fi cameras. It sucks that both Trackmix versions do not have it. They just rely on the spotlights for color night vision. And I told you it was going to be a theme, but the Trackmix Wi-Fi rely on strong Wi-Fi. So keep that in mind wherever you place these cameras, because if you don't have strong Wi-Fi, these cameras could be a problem. All right, now I'm going to do some direct comparisons using the app. I'm going to do demonstrations of daytime footage for all three, nighttime footage for all three, and the zoom capabilities for all three. Take a look. All right, one thing that I haven't mentioned is all of these cameras can use Reolink's Timelapse feature, which is one of my very favorite features when it comes to Reolink cameras. So I'm going to show you time-lapse footage from all three. right, let's summarize with some final thoughts on all the cameras we've mentioned here. All these cameras work great with the Reolink app, and the Reolink app is awesome. It's great that all these cameras have local storage, which means that it's free storage, and we all love that. I freaking love that time-lapse feature. As far as smart home integration, all these cameras are compatible with Google Home, but they are not compatible with Apple Home. And for me, that sucks. Let's talk again about continuous recording. I want you to keep this in mind. Now, the Trackmix Wired has it, and the Altas PT Ultra has it. But the difference is the Trackmix is wired, and the other one is a battery camera. The Altas PT Ultra is one of the only battery cameras out there that offers continuous recording, and that is really cool. Now let's talk AI detection, and I'm talking people, vehicles, and animals. These cameras detecting those things. Reolink says about 33 feet for all of them, and I find that to be about accurate. So keep in mind on all these cameras, if you have a person, vehicle, or animal more than 33 feet from the camera, you might not be alerted and it might not record. So keep that in mind. And not to repeat myself, but Reolink's ColorX night vision is awesome. When it comes to Wi-Fi cameras, it is hard to top that ColorX. It's awesome that all the cameras we've mentioned here have a solar panel option. Normally with Wi-Fi cameras, you have battery options and you have wired options, meaning that you're plugging it into an outlet. Well, the solar panel gives you another option, and it just makes it easier for you because then you don't have to charge batteries and you don't have to have a power outlet near the camera. Now, which one of these is my favorite? This is where I say it all the time, and it's so hard to find the perfect Wi-Fi camera. If the Trackmix Wi-Fi battery model was 4K, it would be my favorite because I really like the aesthetics of it. It just looks like an old school camera. I'm an old school camera guy, and I love that. But the fact that it's 2K takes that out of the equation. The Altas PT Ultra is the closest to the perfect Wi-Fi camera of all of these, but I don't like the design. So I wish I could just combine all the above. The Argus 4 Pro has a cool aesthetic look, but I don't know if I can get past that aspect ratio of that 180 camera. Don't forget to check the description of this video for the affiliate links if you're interested in purchasing any of these cameras, but definitely for the discount codes, because again, at the time of recording, we're approaching Black Friday and Reolink's got some great Black Friday deals going on. All right, that's it. That's my direct comparison of the Reolink Altas PT Ultra, the Reolink Argus 4 Pro, and the Reolink Trackmix Wi-Fi. I think in that search for the perfect Wi-Fi security camera, that all of these are great options. Is there another camera out there you would like me to review? Is there another direct comparison video you'd like me to do, maybe with a different brand? I really appreciate you reaching out and asking for this video. It was a great suggestion. Until the next one, peace and love, my friends.